Welcome back, everybody. It's time for today's comedian. Please welcome to the show, Mitch Stinson.
Well, thank you very much. Big news, of course, this week. Hurricane Sandy, who made a mess out of New York, right? I have a daughter who goes to, you gotta watch out for the whole hurricane stuff. I have a daughter who lives down in Miami, Florida, and I was driving her down to college down there. Huge hurricane going on. I had no clue. I was just driving her down there. You know what my first clue was? There was a hurricane hitting Florida. We got to the Florida state line, 2.5 million cars going the other, and I still didn't get it. I remember looking at my daughter like, woo, glad we're not going that way, huh? Must be a big sale at the Walmart in Georgia, huh, honey? Moving her into her apartment, 110-mile-an-hour winds. She goes, I don't have a desk. I said, well, hold on a second. I'm sure one will fly by in a second. You need a lamp? No, duck. We had a good trip down. The only time I got in trouble the whole time we were driving down, I hit a squirrel. She was furious with me. Like it was my fault, right? Because squirrels are so good at crossing the road. They get out in the middle of the road and give you one of these things, you know. Like, for the love of God, pick a side. It amazes me how that 1-pound rat makes such a huge thud when you hit it, too. You're like, oh, boy. Worst story than that. I actually had, my 6-year-old son was sitting in the car with me, and I hit a woodchuck. Little kid sitting there in his booster seat, curly hair, looking over the dashboard. I'm in the passing lane doing 70 miles an hour, and all of a sudden you see the worst thing you possibly see on the side of the road, just... And I'm thinking to myself, oh, no, not now, sport, not now. I got the kid in the car, right? Well, they don't cross the road like squirrels. They're just like, well, I guess I'll go now. Pow. And I look down at my kid. His eyes are like wide open. I'm like, oh, I got to explain animal heaven to this kid. I look down, his eyes are wide open. He looks at me and he goes, you got him. You got him, good. I hope it's not cold in animal heaven. He don't got no fur left. That's my boy, Jeffrey Dahmer. You know what I mean? They always call me the old man now. You know, your kids start to get older, they think you're old. Like, they wanted me to do the whole Facebook thing, and I'm like, no, I don't do computers. It's about 6 months ago, my niece, she's 17 years old, she comes up to me and she says, you need a Facebook page. I said, you need to shut up. She goes, no, I'll do it for you. And I'm like, no, I'm good. She goes, it takes like 15 minutes. I'm already halfway done. I'm like, all right, go ahead. I don't care. Should have cared. Because she did my profile for me. There were pictures of butterflies and unicorns and kittens. I was a fan of the Jonas Brothers, man. All my Navy buddies were sending me emails like, good God, what happened to you? I don't know. Don't ask, don't tell. I woke up the next morning. This is where it gets weird. I woke up the next morning. I had 45 17-year-old girls as my friends. Now, the FBI didn't think that was funny. I'll tell you that right now. Got even worse than that. The following morning, the guy from Dateline was in my kitchen with a camera crew. Come on in, sport. Stay away from computers. I was thinking about getting old. I used to fly airplanes for the Navy, and then these guys came out. This is when you know it's time to give up flying. What do you think? How's this for a Top Gun look? Just a grumpy old man flying an airplane. It's like, hey, 601, you got a flight of 2 Soviet MiGs. They're supersonic inbound. Call them in sight. Roger that, stand by 1. Oh, good God, there they go! Woo! First it's the eyesight, then it's hearing. And I got an embarrassing story for you. This actually happened not that long ago. I was out with a bunch of my friends. They were all in their young 20s. I'm in my late 20s now. And I was actually the oldest guy in the bar. I was the creepy old guy in the bar. And these young girls are looking at me, and I knew they were going to give me trouble. And I'm like, sure enough, one of them looks at me, and she goes, so do you manscape? And I was like, now for those of you who have no idea, manscaping tend to groom the nether regions of their... But see, I'm deaf. I thought she said, do you landscape? So I was like, oh yeah, I used to do it in college in the summertime when it was hot out. She goes, you don't do it anymore? And I'm like, well, I do my own yard every now and then. It's just the front, no one sees the back. Every now and then I help the old guy out next door. His shrubbery's completely out of control. Thank you very much for having me here.
Thank you, Mitch Stinson, everybody. We'll be right back right after this.